I'm going to show you all how to make a espresso latte from your home espresso machine. My particular home espresso machine is a Krups, and I purchased this about 25 years ago. But I think they pretty much all operate the same, and they're pretty close to being very similar in capacity, so this will work for a lot of different other machines that are very similar to the capacity of this one. This particular coffee machine has a holder that's about 1.25 inches deep and 2 inches wide. It has a designation inside it of 2 and 4, and 4 being at the top. We're going to be using bean coffee. You can use ground coffee, but you're going to have to use a grinder to get it to an espresso grind. You can also buy coffee that is already ground for espresso, so you don't have to do any grinding, but you're going to have a limited amount of coffees you can select from if you're going to be purchasing espresso ground coffee. And so you're going to get to the point where you don't hear any more chunking going on in the grinder. You don't need to grind it any more than that. And this is going to be very similar to the consistency of espresso ground coffee that you're going to find prepackaged. It's pretty light and powdery. And at this point, you can fill it up just above the brim because it's pretty powdery. You're going to want to level it off. If you wanted to, you could like slightly push it down, but very slightly push it down. Then it's in the machine there. We're going to use 1 cup of water. So we put 1 cup of water in. And this is enough for 1 serving. And I'm pretty sure this is how this machine's intended to be used. 1 serving at a time. Because of the volume, it heats up faster if you just do it 1 cup at a time. So we can turn the machine on. The machine's been turned on. What's going to be dispensed. And we're going to be adjusting the steam volume here. So make sure you put your cap on tight because it's going to vent in 3 different areas, from the cap, from the steam valve, and from the espresso extractor. And so I got 1.5 cups of milk. I like to set this on like a salsa container, an empty one, because I don't have to hold it, and I can turn the valve all the way closed and turn it about a 1/4 rotation. I can turn about a 1/4 rotation. It's going to take probably 5 minutes for this to do its thing, and you're going to want to observe how much is coming out of the extractor, and you're going to want to see how much steam is going into the milk too, because it's going to heat your milk up to, I'm not sure what a comfortable temperature is for serving a hot beverage. I have to look that up. I don't know what a comfortable temperature is, but you're going to heat that up in. You can go by, yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, so it's starting to steam. There's bubbles coming into the milk. Okay, and there's coffee coming through the extractor. So I can tell already I want to open up the valve a little bit more because I'm getting a pretty good flow of coffee. I'm not getting that much steam going into the milk. So I can open this up. That's closed, about half. One full rotation. There's still coffee coming out of the extractor. And the steam is heating the milk. I think I want to open this up more. I'll go ahead and open it up all the way because the coffee is coming out pretty easily. I could have packed the coffee a little bit more, and then it would have created more resistance in the extractor, and I would have been getting more steam going into the coffee. So it's kind of a playing game where you gotta get the right amount of pack in the cup with the grounds, so you can control how much steam goes into the milk. Because right now this is opened up all the way, and I'm getting a lot of coffee going into my cup. It's starting to balance out about now. This is pretty much what you want to see coming through the extractor. The coffee starts to expand inside this cup, so it'll create more resistance as it brews. So that's a good volume of steam going into the milk right there. And we're still getting coffee going through the extractor. Not as much as it was when it initially started extracting the coffee. And if you want to get frothy, you can move the little container out from below it, and you can start to bubble the steam head wand, and you'll build up a froth on top. You do this at the end of the process. It's running out of water inside the reservoir, but we got the right amount of coffee extracted. Now we're just frothing, and the steam's running out, and we're down to, and the cup feels pretty hot. So we got a good brew here. This is going to work out really well. So there's not much water left inside the machine. So you're gonna want to shut this off before you pull the cup away. Don't shut it off all the way, or you'll backflow into the reservoir. So keep a little bit flowing through it. Pull that away. You can turn off the machine, and there you go. A frothy latte. And I make 2 servings. I like to make 2 servings out of this. But you can go ahead and just use it all in 1 serving if you want. It's your choice. And just for slight bit of health benefits, I add a little bit of calcium to the beverage, because coffee, from what I understand, it has like no health benefits. So I add a little bit of calcium, and it knocks down the bitterness just ever so slightly, not very much. You probably wouldn't, it's hard to tell that it's actually in there, but hey, that's just me. Okay, now it's ready to be enjoyed. That's how you do it. The home Krups coffee brewer. It'll take some practice on how to get the coffee inside this cup and how much pressure you're going to want to put on it so you get the right amount of flow going through the extractor and the right amount of steam going through the wand by the time the 1 cup of water boils out of the boiler. So it takes practice, and once you get it though, it's so enjoyable to have a fresh latte at home. It's so comfortable. Okay, I hope this helps people out, and enjoy your latte. Bye.